Aquarius, welcome to your weekly sidereal forecast for July 6th to the 12th. My name is Athen. So we had that full moon here in that 11th house of yours, your Aquarian house, groups and friends and community related things, which has been an ongoing area of change for you with Pluto transiting that 11th house. That full moon conjuncted up to Pluto. So hopefully you saw, some of this in quite awareness about attachment there relating to those things perhaps. And that's still going to be an emphasis because we are entering this week in the disseminating phase, but also because Pluto is going to be making aspects to these fast movers who are in your fifth. So right now you've got the Sun, Mars, and now Mercury shifting in here on Wednesday in the house of your self-expression, of creativity, of fun, joy, and really learning more about what it is that gives you passion and excitement in life and being intent on that. And this can be things like small business, creativity, if you have children, anything that is about creation or playfulness. And that's really good for you to be putting energy into this part of your life, while at the same time staying non-attached to it, because that's the reminder of Pluto. Pluto shows us where we do have attachments and where to release them so that we can enjoy life more, so it's more pure, and there isn't that ego attachment to it, which then densifies it. So anyways, having non-attachment to both the community group and 11th house matters, as well as your fun, joy, creativity, etc. of that fifth house will be a very important consideration this week, especially on Monday when Pluto opposes up to the Sun exact, and the Sun does naturally rule your relationships, one-on-one connections. So non-attachment there, and maybe even changes there for the best when you are wanting those changes. So that's going to be Monday in particular. But as the week unfolds, Mars will be getting closer to that opposition with Pluto. So that's the early part, mostly with the Sun. And then on Wednesday, we've got very nice aspects actually up to the fifth house, that fun and playfulness from your first house. Neptune will be trining up to Mars. So all of this stuff, which has been about you trusting and having faith about who you are, where you're going, your goals, your assertiveness, things like that, are probably going quite well right now at the moment, with Neptune being in such positive aspects by all the other planets right here in your first. And so that's supporting whatever intentions you have relating to the things that you're passionate about or creativity, etc. So all this middle part of the week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I would certainly be getting involved. I mean, this is just the time for you to be involved with fifth house stuff in general, balancing that with the 11th, of course. While there's a lot of emphasis on self, there's also, that importance of, groups and community stuff. But when you find that middle path, it can be very, very nice this week. I think you can find all of this fifth house stuff quite relaxing, actually. So any type of hobbies or creative things relating to the things that unlock your creativity, I think you'll find very peaceful and very relaxing this week. But everything's creative when you look at it. So that's the middle part of the week. Mercury's shifting in here in the fifth house, so I think naturally you'll be thinking more about these things, creative stuff, and this can be very practical as well, where your mind becomes very creative, very playful, very fun, especially with Mercury being in dignity here in Gemini for the next few weeks. So very nice shift there this week in regards to that. Now after the Mercury goes in the fifth here on Friday and Saturday, he'll be squaring up to the North Node in the eighth, reminding you that this whole life path of the year is about depth. It's about truth, transparency, vulnerability, and diving deeper in relationships, diving deeper into what life is really about and who you really are, on that deep spiritual level. So that's all eighth house, and the North Node transiting that, it can be very constructive with Mercury because, when we are willing to put energy into that and have that intention, then we can learn quite a bit about that with Mercury. So Friday and Saturday in particular, I would say just being aware of that and just be aware this aspect is there is probably enough to do the trick, and you'll learn quite a bit about those deeper elements of life, which is what this whole year is about, and sharing the truth too, which is the eighth house. So that's the bulk of the week. The majority is, definitely this opposition energy between 11th and 5th. This is your enjoyment from self, and this is enjoyment from community. So balancing those two, whether it's with your groups or friends or whatever, and you'll find this very positively transformational week. On Sunday, I'm going to talk more about this next week. Venus is going to be squaring up to Saturn, and the Sun will be squaring up to Uranus. So on Sunday, as a gist, just stay nice and grounded, especially relating to these fifth house matters, maybe even over the weekend, even relating to this enjoyment that perhaps you've had with the day-to-day stuff, the health, the routine, the work environment and stuff, meeting people, perhaps with Venus conjoining Jupiter here, just staying grounded with that stuff and patient and long-term, I think will be important. But that's going into next week, so I'll cover this in the next weekly. This week, definitely 11th and 5th house changes, and being open to those changes is the most important thing. And then support from the first with Neptune in Aquarius, I think is very nice and relaxing as well. So have a nice week, Aquarius. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. If you're new to Sidereal, do check out the website, or if you'd like a personal session, and I will talk to you all next time. Take care.